Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Tyson, it is the Mango Habanero Jumbo Crispy Wings. Now, I originally saw these quite some time ago, and they were in the grocery store for a week. And I think it was around the time of the Super Bowl. And I'm asking everybody in this goddamn store, where are those? Where do they go? Because I wanted to get some. Because I thought, I hemmed and hawed on it. I thought, you know what? I'll get it the next time I'm there. I'll get it next week. So I go there and it's gone. And then it shows up on clearance. And here's what gave me pause. 2.5 pounds. Because if they're bad, I've got 2.5 pounds. Anyway, I found them on clearance. They weren't priced at clearance though when I got to the checkout, but after all the rigmarole trying to get these stupid things, I just said it's fine. I'll pay full price. I don't care. I'll just live with it. You can see there is habanero here, and these are dusted. So mango powder, and we have habanero pepper there. So we'll take a little look here. Obviously, I have not cooked these yet. And, oh my God. Tear here to open. How? It's supposed to be perforated, and it is after a fashion. But it wasn't an easy perforation. I can already smell them, which is a little concerning, but whoa, they weren't kidding when they said big wings. Wow. These things are enormous. Okay, so what we're going to do is, you can have a look at them here while they're frozen, but I'm going to cook these things up, and alakazam, alakazoo, we'll be right back. And as you can see before you, they are done. And I've still got quite a few left in the bag. This bag, this one right here. There's still quite a bit in there. So this is, I think it's 10 wings. It's all I could fit into my air fryer basket. These are, as you can see, quite big. And they smell quite good too. Look like there's some decent amount of coating on here. It's a nice sort of dry dusted thing so that they're not sticky and messy. They're enormous though. Happily, they're good. Flavor is decent. What I'm noticing is that these are very much, you can tell that the habanero and the mango were separate. They don't taste melted together. I guess if that makes sense. I kind of wish they were together. There's definitely more habanero flavor than I was expecting. There's a decent amount of mango as well. A big question is heat, and there is not really any, unfortunately. I did the usual job of making these as crispy as I could get them. I wish there was a little bit more heat here. Oddly enough, I don't have any mango habanero sauces at all at the moment. Not on my shelf, not open in the fridge, just not at all. I kind of wish I had a good one. Just to throw on a little bit more heat. Flavor-wise, these are nice. Like, I wouldn't say they're great. I am happy that I got them. They're so massive. I think dusting was probably the right way to go, though. I just don't understand why these were... Food companies and the way they go to market just baffles me sometimes. To my understanding, these were only in Kroger's. But only, I think, certain Kroger's at that. And like I said, they filled an entire display case. And I showed the guy the box and the website where I allegedly could pick it up from that location, and I just don't understand what went on there. The here today, gone today thing. Or I would have done these a while ago. You want a date on these? But why just that, you know? I think they're gone off the website. These are pretty solid. Mango habanero certainly works well with wings. Or it can, anyway. I think they have here a nice combination. It's not, certainly not among the best things I've ever had. And after I finish out the other pound and a half or whatever is left. Well, it's either half pound, maybe 3/4 probably. There's 10 wings here. There's probably 6 or 7 left in there now. But for how big these are, that's a pretty decent charge. They're so big. I like that. If you looked at some of the wing things I've done, I sometimes am challenged to find decent looking wings, and these look great. These, unfortunately, are almost too big, though. They wouldn't fit on my sausage plate, I'm pretty sure. But also, I would then have a maximum of 10 sauces. You can't really air fry them correctly if you go past a single layer. And there's not really a way that I know of to hold them at temperature and crispiness while the others are being done up. So, short of eating part of them and then pausing the video to cook up a bunch more, it just is better if I have a slightly smaller size. And I feel like the sweet spot is 12 to 14. 12 to 14 sauces. If it's too much lower than that, given the way that I kind of have them squirreled away in my fridge, it just takes too long to eat through the sauces. And if it's too many more, it can get a little challenging to actually do the video. Oh man, this one's pulverized. Too bad. I mean, flavor's excellent. They're super meaty wings. Oh, nice. That's nice. I want to say I paid like 12, 13 bucks for this. Even though that wasn't on discount, it's still a pretty good deal. You get a lot of wings, a lot of meat. I don't know that you would the taste isn't super strong, but I don't know that you could compare these. I don't think you could pair these with other stuff other than one of those two flavors. Mango, maybe something tropical like maybe a pineapple habanero. I mean, I could use. They're solid. I guess I'll just leave it there. I like the dust. I wish there was a bit more mango flavor to it, and I wish there was a lot more heat. But they're lovely. I will have no issue at all ripping right through the rest of that bag. I really hope that I can't imagine they would have sold out that fast. I mean, they had probably, I think there's like probably 8 or 10 shelves, and it's a fairly deep on the end cap. It was full of nothing but those. That's why I figured I was safe for a week. And if they did sell through all of them, I mean, I really hope it encourages Tyson to, keep going. They came up with something nice here. It definitely has, could stand a little improvement, but overall, I'm not complaining at all. I think they came up with a really nice, solid product that it wasn't overreaching. It's not crazy out of hand with, well, certainly not with heat. And it's not super mango forward either. It's just, it's kind of grace notey, I think, actually, how it's approaching this. And I wish it was a little bit more full tilt, but they're nice sized wings. They fry up real good. That's not, I mean, air fryer is the way to go for sure for that. But I could have used more flavor, I think, a little bit as well. But for what was here, they were nice. I've got a very low tongue tingle here. I'm not even going to call it a default one. I mean, these are very, very mild, but like I said, I hope, I really do hope that Tyson will continue on the sort of hotter pepper path with some of their other stuff. And this one, I didn't see any advertising. I just literally saw it on the shelf. And trying to keep track of some of that, when I was taking a lot of time to do it, was a little bit easier. But I really think that a lot of these companies are missing opportunities when they do stuff like that. This is a product that expires. I don't understand why you would ever want to shadow drop something like that. So, but anyway, yeah, quite nice, quite solid. If you do come across these and you do like mango habanero, I think these are worth a go. Even if you just want something a little bit different, a very nice approach to wings. These were quite satisfying. I have no issue with these at all. Would I get them again? I only buy wings for a purpose most of the time, so probably not. But I would happily eat them again. I mean, and I will eat them again. They're nice as far as that goes. I think that's where I'm kind of resolving on. They're just a nice entry into things. And we'll leave it right there. So that was the Tyson Mango Habanero Jumbo Wings. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.